Thank you all, faculty and staff, friends and relatives, members of the broader Dickinson family, for inviting me to celebrate with you today. And thank you so much for the honorary degree. Let's start from the beginning. Congratulations, class of 2021. In a time of uncertainty and loss, it's wonderful to share in such a joyful occasion with all of you. Now, I'm willing to bet that this wasn't quite how you pictured your graduation. But as much as I'd like to rather be with you all in person, the truth is that these circumstances, the trying and tragic year that we've had, the unsettled world that you're graduating into, all the reasons that we can't be together are the same things that mark the class of 2021 for greatness. Now, look, I know you didn't sign up for this, to put it mildly, but the timing of your graduation, the fact that 2021 is the year printed on that very expensive piece of paper, will define your generation's place in history. And make no mistake, graduates, history is watching. Rarely ever, and certainly never in my lifetime, have we faced, a moment like this one, a time of global crisis and American estrangement. A nation too often divided against itself, riven by intentional lies, distorted by intolerance and mistrust. A world beset by challenges, old and new, from armed conflict to climate change that threaten the international order, the strength of all free and open societies, even the future of humanity itself. But the question that looms over everything in this moment, and the one I invite you to focus on today, is what our countries, our societies, our new normal will look like as you leave Dickinson and step into an uncharted future and take charge of a world that's never really going to be the same. Now, what's at stake in this moment, and this is your moment, is the fundamental character of this nation, the promise of democracy itself, and the interconnected fates of all open societies around the world. Will we emerge from this pandemic stronger and more united, or weaker and more divided? Can we engage in constructive dialogue about the hardest issues like injustice, race, and policing? Can we stem a rising tide of hatred and extremist groups and hold our would-be leaders accountable when they fan the flames of xenophobia? Or will we keep descending into separate echo chambers, growing more and more fractured against ourselves? Look, as we rebuild our economy, will we race back to the same old ways of doing business that have supercharged inequality, both here in the United States and across the globe? Or can we reimagine and adapt in pursuit of better new-collar jobs, increased economic security, and a more inclusive model of prosperity? And most fundamentally, from the ashes of today's scorched earth politics, can we transform government and civil society to be more responsive, more mutually respectful, and more representative of the populations that they serve? Or will voter suppression, gerrymandering, and conspiracy theories pave the way to a darker and less democratic future? Graduates, I want to be very clear. These questions are not rhetorical. No outcome is foreordained. And this isn't a thought experiment. It is your breathtaking opportunity. Rarely in human history has a generation been called upon to reimagine and to rebuild so much of our society at such scale. So class of 2021, I'm not asking you to speculate about the future. Starting right this moment, it is your responsibility to shape it. And fortunately for you, this great institution has already equipped you with values, experiences, and tools to shape that future. Take Dickinson's Carline Community Action Network, for example. It has shown our country, the world, and all of you what it means to bring together community leaders and activists to solve urgent and emerging community issues, to share vital information and resources in real time, and to proactively address the local impact of national issues such as systemic racism, food, job, and housing insecurities, political divisiveness, and this pandemic. Or take Dickinson's longstanding commitment to promoting equity and equality. This school has challenged all of you to intentionally develop your intercultural competency, whether it's by requiring you to learn a language in addition to your primary language, to complete a course whose content is not based on Western thought, and to complete one that focuses on the diversity within the United States, or to take advantage of its numerous study abroad programs. Or take Dickinson's leadership on sustainability education, actively engaging all of you to advocate for and take action on climate change. Now, these are just some of the lessons that this institution has imparted to you. And whether you have consciously internalized them or not, these are the lessons that shape you as individuals, that will imbue you with your drive and your passions, and that will take you forward as you shape the future. And before you know it, and trust me, it will feel like the blink of an eye. You'll be CEOs and mayors, entrepreneurs and nonprofit leaders. You'll be legislators, civic leaders, community activists, and politicians. None of this is out of reach because Dickinson graduates, your predecessors, have gone on to do so many of these things. And not a single one of them was any more qualified or better prepared than you are today. What will the class of 2021 contribute to this legacy? What will you achieve that earlier generations could scarcely imagine? I said a moment ago that you didn't sign up for this, but all know that that's not quite true. No one could have foreseen the confluence of crises that have defined your time at Dickinson. But here's the thing, class of 2021, extraordinary times produce extraordinary people. The fact that you chose to enroll in one of the world's preeminent colleges and that you're now graduating into this crucible means that you're right where you belong and right where we need your energy, your ideas, your leadership the most. So graduates, I look forward to all that you will do and achieve from this moment on. Our nation, our world is counting on you. I am counting on you. So congratulations once again, Godspeed, and best of luck, class of 2021. Now get out there and change the world.